Hello everyone. Today, I want to share a real-life experience from growing radishes in my home garden. Through that, expose some misleading information being spread on YouTube. Recently, I came across several YouTubers claiming that using blended garlic soaked in water is an effective natural method to repel insects and protect crops from pests. It sounded convincing, so I decided to try it out in my little garden. However, the results were surprising and disappointing. After spraying the garlic solution on my radish leaves, instead of improving, my plants began showing signs of rough, scaly patches and water-soaked lesions, and they nearly died. In this video, I'll share the details of what happened and discuss why we need to be cautious about unverified information from social media. I started my radish growing project in the spring. When the weather was warm and plants were beginning to sprout and thrive. It was the perfect time to sow seeds and take care of my little garden. The soil mix I used for growing radishes consisted of soil, organic fertilizer, and rice husks. To ensure that my radishes wouldn't get waterlogged in case of heavy rain, I carefully created raised beds. This helps water drain easily and protects the plants from waterlogging. I created small furrows on the raised beds to sow the seeds. This ensures the seeds are planted at the right depth, evenly spaced, and can grow easily as they germinate. These seeds were processed and packed by me from the previous harvest. I selected the healthiest radishes to collect seeds, then dried and stored them carefully to use for this planting season. I sowed the seeds with a spacing of 15 to 20 centimeters between each seed. This distance allows the plants enough space to grow without competing for nutrients and sunlight. After sowing the seeds, I gently used my hands to cover them with soil. This helps retain moisture and protects the seeds from direct sunlight, creating better conditions for germination. I watered gently to ensure the seeds don't get washed away while maintaining the moisture needed for germination. Next to my radish garden is my tomato trellis, and now it's almost harvest time. After 7 days, the tomatoes have ripened and are ready for harvest. At the same time, the radish seeds have germinated, and the tiny seedlings are beginning to sprout, signaling the start of a promising new season. After a month, the radishes started to grow strong and sturdy. But do you see what's happening? Pests began attacking the leaves, and the signs of damage became more apparent. My plants started facing issues, and I knew I needed to find a solution quickly. I don't understand why pests started attacking the radishes, even though the other vegetables in my garden are doing great. The other plants are unaffected, but the radishes are being hit. This left me confused and concerned about the cause of the problem. I watched a video online and immediately came across a guide on using garlic to eliminate pests. The video claimed that garlic is an effective natural method to repel insects, and I decided to give it a try in my garden. I followed the instructions, crushed the garlic and soaked it in water for 2 hours. After soaking, I prepared to spray the mixture onto the radish leaves, hoping it would help repel the pests effectively. I filtered the garlic water and put it into a spray bottle. Then, I was ready to spray it onto the radish leaves to see if this method would work as effectively as shown in the video. I looked for the most affected leaves to spray. But in reality, the pests had attacked almost all the plants. After 1.5 months, the radishes had grown, but not evenly. Some were growing quickly and getting larger, while others remained smaller and slower to develop. After 2 months, it was harvest time. Do you see what's happened? The radishes were rough and bumpy, almost as if pests had gnawed around their skin. Despite my care and using natural methods, the results weren't as expected, and the plants were still damaged. I decided to harvest the largest radishes, not waiting any longer. Although the plants were affected by pests and didn't grow as expected, at least I could still harvest some decent-sized radishes to use. I'm still not sure if the radishes have pests inside. I'm still not sure if the radishes have pests inside. Although there are signs of damage on the outside, I'll have to cut them open to know for sure what's happening inside. Earlier, I sowed a total of 30 radish seeds. Now, the number of radishes I was able to harvest can be counted on one hand. Despite my best efforts, the results were not as expected, leaving me feeling quite disappointed. I'll wash these radishes thoroughly and check inside to see if there are any pests. Regardless of the outcome, I want to know the true condition of them. The radishes have been washed clean, and I used a knife to peel off the outer layer to check inside. I hope there are no pests inside, but I'm still feeling quite anxious. Oh, I found some black spots, which clearly means there are pests inside. These radishes won't be usable anymore. After a few days, I checked the remaining radishes that hadn't been harvested. I was hoping they would develop better, but unfortunately, the situation didn't improve. The remaining radishes had rotted, and it was really scary. I never expected things to turn out this bad. It's truly disappointing to see all my hard work ruined. This has been a big lesson for me about following tips and methods that haven't been verified. While online videos can be appealing and convincing, I've realized that not everything works as expected. I'll be more cautious in researching and applying methods in the future.